First point and second point, or you can call it as initial point and final point. Clear, ma? So this is called as the difference between distance and displacement. So if I study total length of the body, it is distance. Clear, ma? Here we don't consider any direction here. But what is meant by displacement? It is the shortest distance or a straight line distance between initial point and final point. Are you able to understand? Okay. Sima, we will try to understand this one by taking a simple example. See, for example, a person is traveling like this. So this is a ds dash or ds1 dash. Clear, nama? Then he traveled like this. Let it be ds2 dash. Then he traveled like this, ds3 dash. Then he traveled like this, ds4 dash. Clear, nama? Then he traveled like this, ds5 dash. D means differential distance or differential displacement. Clear, nama? So one person is continuously traveling like this. Are you able to understand? So very small distances or displacements he is covering. So ds dash, ds2 dash, ds3 dash, like this. Okay. Now in this condition, which is the distance and which is the displacement? Can you see? This total is called as distance. Then what is the displacement? Shortest distance between 2 points. So this is my initial point, this is my final point. So straight line distance between these 2 points will become the displacement. Are you able to understand? So how can you represent this one mathematically? Mathematically in the form of equation, how can you write? What is distance and what is displacement? Mathematically, ela rastaru cheppandi. How we represent in vectors? Vectors already we have completed, no? Then how can you represent them in the form of vectors? Clear? So if you take the scalar sum of all of them, then it is distance or displacement? Distance. Scalar sum means what? You have to add all the magnitudes, no? You have to add all the magnitudes irrespective of direction. That's all. No? So therefore, how can I define distance? Distance can be written as ds1 plus ds2 plus ds3 plus ds4 plus ds5. This is called as distance travelled by the body. Are you able to understand? What is meant by ds1? Magnitude of first displacement. Clear, no? ds2, magnitude of second displacement. ds3, magnitude of third displacements. It means all the values just you are adding, then it will become my distance. Are you able to understand? Similarly, how can you write a displacement? Displacement, how can you write? Can you see? How can you write, how can you indicate a displacement mathematically? That's all. So displacement means the straight line distance between this point and this point, no? Clear, no? Straight line distance between point A and point B. So this distance you can call it as displacement. Straight gane unda idi. Clear, no? So therefore I say that this length travelled is called as displacement. So if I represent this one as ds dash, then how can you write ds dash? ds dash can be written as, Sima, this is what kind of addition? Triangle rule of addition, no? Why it is triangle rule of addition? All the vectors are joined head to tail. All the vectors they are joined head to tail. Resultant is from head to head and tail to tail, and this is my resultant, which is called as a displacement. So therefore, how can you write this one in the form of triangle rule of addition? Are you able to understand, ma? So if you just add the magnitudes of all of them, it will become distance. But if you take the vector sum of all of them, then it will become displacement. In distance, we count all this distance. But in displacement, we take straight line distance between first point and second point. So straight line distance is nothing but the resultant of all these vectors. So how to take resultant of all these vectors? This is how I take. ds dash is equals to ds1 dash, ds2 dash, ds3 dash, ds4 dash and ds5 dash. Are you able to understand? So therefore, what is the final length I will get? This is the final length which I will get, which is called as displacement. Understood, no? Come on, make a note of this one. So then let us write a small question, try to answer this question. Clear, ma? So question is like this. A person traveled around a circular path. Person traveled around a circular path of radius 21 meters for 3.5 rotations. Clear, ma? 3.5 rotations. Then find the distance traveled by the person and the displacement. Clear, ma? Come on, try to do this one. Person has rotated for how many rotations? 3.5 rotations. Then you calculate what is the distance traveled by the person and what is the displacement. Anybody? Displacement 40? 42 is correct. Very good. So person has started from A. Clear, ma? So he is traveling in this circular path. So for how many rotations? 3.5 rotations. Okay. What is the radius of the circle given? Radius of the circle is 21 meters. Clear, number? Radius is equal to 21 meters. Then what is the length of the circle, ma? Length of circle. Length of circle is nothing but circumference of the circle. That is called length of the circle. So circumference of the circle formula 2 pi r. So therefore 2 into 22 by 7 multiplied by r value. R value is how much? 21. Clear, no? So 7 ones are 7 3s are. So total how much? 44 multiplied by 3. 132, no? 132 meters. So that is the total length of the circle. Understood, no? Okay. Now can you say distance is how much? Displacement is how much? ఆలోచించాలి, త్వరగా చెప్పాలి. Distance is how much? Displacement is how much? Namaskar. Good morning. Think. This person has rotated how many rotations? 3.5 rotations. 3.5 rotations means? So first he started from here. If he completes one rotation, that means again he reached this position. So for second rotation, again he will reach the same point. Third rotation, again he will reach the same point. But there is another half revolution extra, no? Half rotation. For that half rotation, he will reach exactly the opposite point of the circle. Clear? ఆలోచించటం లేదు. So whatever tiffin you have taken in the morning, don't have that from tomorrow. Okay? So, started from here, reached this point. Clear, Dhamma? So therefore, what is the distance traveled? Distance. For one rotation, it is 132, no? That's all, no? If he completes one rotation, then what is the total distance traveled? Length of the circle 132. There is one more rotation, no? For second rotation, another 132. For third rotation, another 132. That's all, no? First rotation 132, second rotation 132, third rotation 132. There is another half rotation, no? Half rotation means 132 divided by 2. So, 132 divided by 2. Do this total calculation. That will be the total distance travelled by the person. Okay. Then how can you calculate displacement? Displacement, how can you calculate? Straight line distance between initial point and final point. What is the straight line distance? This is the initial point, this is the final point. Straight line distance means this distance only. This is the straight line distance. Jayanti akka Vinali. Yes. So this is called nothing but radius, no ma? So this distance is how much? 21 meter. And what is this distance again? 21 meter. So what is the straight line distance? So Pandi, 21 plus 21, 42. That becomes the distance in this condition. Sorry, displacement. Clear, no ma? So displacement is 21 plus 21, it is 42 meter. It's all very simple. Clear, no? So distance is nothing but total length travelled by the body. Displacement is nothing but shortest distance between 2 points. Clear? Make a note of this one. Anybody? Sima. Particle moves from position O to position C finally. First it moves from O to A in a semicircle of radius or along x-axis. What is the meaning of that one? So consider this is x-axis and this is my y-axis and this is my z-axis. Understood, Nama? So first person where he is traveling from O means origin. So from origin, he is traveling in a semicircle of radius or along x-axis. It means he traveled up to here. That is the meaning of this one. No? And what is the radius of this semicircle? Radius of this semicircle is R. So this is point O and this is point A. Clear? So he has traveled like this. Clear? Then what he has done, then he moves parallel to z-axis by a distance of r. What is meant by z-axis here? Z-axis means z-axis will be like this, no ma? Are you able to understand? So this is not like this actually, it is present like this. It is coming out of the board. Okay? So from here, he is traveling out of the board like this. Clear? And he has traveled for how much distance? He has traveled a distance of r. So this I cannot draw now out of the board. So what I will do, I will draw like this. Clear, no? He has traveled parallel to z-axis, on the z-axis. So what is this distance he has traveled? This distance he has traveled is r. And then he reached to this point B. So it means first of all he traveled like this, then he is traveling parallel to z-axis. Now he is somewhere here. Clear, no? And from here again what he is doing, he is traveling parallel to y-axis by a distance of 2r. So first like this, then like this, then he is traveling parallel to y-axis. Where is the y-axis? Y-axis is like this. It means he is traveling like this. And how much distance he is traveling? 2r distance. It means from here again he is traveling parallel to y-axis like this by a distance of 2r, and finally he reached this point C. This is the given question number. First along x-axis in a semicircle, then parallel to z-axis, then parallel to y-axis. That is the given condition. Clear? Now what he is asking, then in this condition, what is the ratio of displacement to distance? How can I do this calculation? So first of all, can you say what is the distance traveled? Distance will be how much? Chappandi, what is the definition of distance? 4r. 4r etla vastundra? Distance is nothing but total length traveled, nama. Clear, no? So this length is how much? This is nothing but half of the circumference of a circle. He is traveling like this, no? Is he traveling in a straight line? No, he is traveling in a circular path, semicircle. So what is the length of a semicircle? 2 pi r by 2, half of total length, no? Clear, ma? So total length is 2 pi r divided by 2. Now distance up to here is completed. No? Then along z-axis he is traveling how much distance? R distance. So he is traveling in a straight line only, no? Plus r. So he reached somewhere here. Now he is moving parallel to y-axis. On the y-axis how much distance? 2r distance. Where is the 2r? 2r distance. So plus 2r. Clear, no? Add all of them. So pi get cancelled. Sorry, 2 gets cancelled. So pi r plus 3r. So r if you can take common, then it is pi plus 3. So this is the total distance travelled by this person. Understood? Then displacement will be how much? Displacement equation, how can you write in the form of vectors? Displacement S dash is how much? Anybody, can you see? Root of x square plus y square plus z square, that is magnitude. I am asking in vector form, how can you write it? Vector form lo ela rastadu? First of all, this is the starting point, this is the ending point along x axis, no? Clear, no? It means along x axis he travelled how much distance? R plus R. R plus R? 2R. Can I write 2R I cap? Because that displacement is along x axis only. No? Now we are not supposed to consider this length. If you take this length of the semicircle, that will become distance. But I am taking displacement, shortest point between first point and second point. Shortest distance is nothing but this only, no? R plus R, 2R. So I will write displacement is 2R I cap. Why I cap? Because that is the displacement along x axis. Clear, no? Then from here again he is travelling towards z axis, no? On z axis how much distance? R distance. That one how can I write in the form of vectors? I will write R k cap. That's all. K cap is unit vector along x z axis only, no? Then from here again he is travelling towards y axis. That one how can I write? 2R j cap. Unit vector along y axis is nothing but j cap. So this is my displacement equation. Okay. But he is asking us to find out ratio, no? Ratio. It means I need to find out the magnitude of this displacement. How to find out magnitude of a vector? Chapali. Magnitude of a vector. So magnitude of displacement, or just you can write S is equals to square root of x square plus y square plus z square. So square root of x value is 2r whole square, y value is again 2r whole square, and z is only r. So r square. So 4 plus 4 plus 1, 9r square, it is 3r. So this is the displacement travelled by the person. Are you able to understand? Ma? Then he is asking us to find ratio of displacement to distance. So ratio, displacement is nothing but 3r, distance is nothing but r into pi plus 3. So r and r get cancelled. So 3 divided by pi plus 3. So this is the ratio of displacement to distance. Very simple. Sima. A particle moves from position A to position B in a path as shown. So it is not travelling in a straight line. He is travelling in this type of curved path. Okay, ma? Then the position vectors of point A and point B are given. Position vector of point A is r1 dash. Position vector of point B is r2 dash. So, and angle between both of them is angle theta. Then find the magnitude of displacement. Displacement magnitude you are supposed to calculate. Fine? Come on. Try it. Sima. So, particle is moving from point A to point B, no? Okay. This is the actual path travelled by the body. Then this will become distance or displacement. Either distance avutunda, displacement. This will become distance, no? Because this is not definitely a straight line path. Then what is the displacement? This becomes the displacement. Are you able to understand? This becomes the displacement of the person. Are you able to understand? No? So therefore, so magnitude of displacement, that is S value, he is asking us to find out. I am supposed to find out S value in terms of R1 and R2. Okay? How can I write? Triangular law of addition. Okay. How can I use triangular rule of addition here? R2 dash is equal to R1 dash plus S dash. Very good. See, here a triangle is formed, no? Triangle is formed, and out, which is the resultant? I have 3 vectors. So R1 dash is one vector, R2 dash is another vector, S dash is another vector. Total I have 3 vectors, no? So out of these 3 vectors, which is the resultant? Resultant is from head to head and tail to tail, no ma? So this one is head to head and this one is tail to tail. R2 dash will be my resultant. Are you able to understand? Then how can I write in vector form? In vector form I can write R2 dash is the vector sum of R1 dash plus S dash. That's all. 1, 2, 3. 3 vectors. In these 3 vectors R2 dash is the resultant, no? Why R2 dash is the resultant? Because that is the only vector which is present from head to head and tail to tail. Remaining these 2 components are joined head to tail. So they are the components and this is the resultant. Can I say like this? Okay. So but what I want S dash, no? I want a displacement. That's what he is asking, no? Find the magnitude of displacement. So if I want S dash, then how can I write the equation? I can write S dash is equals to R2 dash minus R1 dash. That's all, no? Okay. Then how to find out the magnitude of this resultant? In vector form I have written fine. In vector form I have written S dash is equals to R2 dash minus R1 dash. How to find out the magnitude of what is this one? Is this addition or subtraction? Subtraction, no? So it means I want to take the subtraction of R2 dash minus R1 dash. How can I do it? Very good. Clear, Nama? See, my angle between R1 dash and R2 dash is theta, no? Angle between R1 dash and R2 dash is theta. If I take the resultant of these two, which one? R1 dash and R2 dash, that it becomes addition of R1 dash and R2 dash, no? But what I am supposed to do? I am supposed to do the subtraction of R2 dash minus, that is subtraction of R1 dash and R2 dash. Are you able to understand? So therefore what I will do, Seema. So this R2 dash minus R1 dash can be written as R2 dash plus of minus R1 dash. This already we have studied in vectors, number. So this one I can write in terms of addition also, because I have rules only for addition only. Are you able to understand? So therefore this is R2 dash and I am supposed to add to this R2 dash minus R1 dash. Minus R1 dash means what I have to do? I have to draw this one exactly in opposite direction. So this is minus R1 dash, if this is plus R1 dash. So then angle means which angle I am supposed to take? Shall I take angle theta or another angle? I am supposed to take this angle. Clear now? Why I am supposed to take this angle? Because I am supposed to take the resultant of R2 dash and minus R1 dash. So this is R2 dash, this is minus R1 dash. Are you able to understand? So therefore can you say what is this angle? 180 minus theta. Okay, ma? So therefore how to find out resultant is equals to square root of R1 square plus R2 square plus 2 R1 R2 cos 180 minus theta. Cos 180 minus theta minus cos theta. So therefore S is equals to square root of R1 square plus R2 square minus 2 R1 R2 cos theta. So this is the magnitude of the resultant or magnitude of the displacement travelled by this person. That's all, very simple. Have you understood? Or directly you can say, if two vectors are at an angle of theta, then what is the formula to calculate the magnitude of subtraction of these vectors? This is the formula, no? Square root of R1 square plus R2 square minus 2 R1 R2 cos theta. Directly also you can write. Just for your understanding, I have explained this one. What is happening? Fine? Okay. So next to see the condition in which distance and displacement both are equal. Can you say what is that condition, ma? Say any one condition where distance and displacement both are equal. Distance to displacement to equal ga unde condition edi body moving in a straight line. Clear nama? Sima, person starts from point A and he reaches up to point B. He is moving in a straight line. No? When he is moving in a straight line, then what is the distance in this condition? Distance enta avutundi cheppandi. Distance is nothing but this straight line distance only. This straight line length itself is called as distance. Then what is the displacement in this condition? Displacement is also same, because shortest length between 2 points is nothing but displacement. So in this condition, the same length will become displacement also. Are you able to understand? So only when a body is moving in a straight line, then only distance and displacement both are equal. In other conditions, okay, ma? So first of all we will write here, when body travels in a straight line, body travels in a straight line, clear ma? Always distance, and in a straight line, and direction also should be same. Direction also should be same. Otherwise, if he moves like this and returns back, then distance and displacement they will be different. Okay, ma? So therefore, here what I will write, direction also should be same. Direction should be same. Clear now? Then in this condition, distance is equals to displacement. Clear? And for other conditions, clear ma? Distance is always greater than displacement. For remaining all the conditions, distance will be definitely greater than displacement. This is understandable only, no? Only when body is moving in a straight line only, distance and displacement they will be equal. For example, if a person starts from point A, he travels up to point B, then he is returning back and reaching up to this point. Clear now? First he travelled up to point B, then returned back from point B and reached point C. Clear ma? Then in this condition, what is the distance and what is the displacement? Distance will be? Distance antara? Chappandi. Distance is nothing but AB plus BC. That is the distance. Total length we have to consider, no? So distance will be how much? AB plus BC. That will be the distance. Displacement. Displacement will be how much? Displacement will be AC. From A to C. That is the displacement. Clear now? So which one is greater? AB plus BC is greater or AC is greater? AB plus BC is greater. So only when body is moving in a straight line and direction is also same, distance and displacement they will be equal. Otherwise always distance will be greater than displacement. Clear? That's it.